I can finally become a voice actor, so let's start right away.
The number of actors has increased, and it's getting cramped.
This is how we can create our own space.
Let's try it like this. Now, let's start episode 7. Episode 7. Witch Trials in Medieval Europe. On her way home from school, Nell is walking along a path in a field when she sees a horse-drawn carriage coming from the distance. Inside the carriage, Stella and her mother are tied up. Jonathan comes running up behind them. Both Stella and Jonathan are Nell's classmates. Jonathan shouts under his breath,
Stella.
From above, a hawk swoops down and threatens the carriage horses. The startled horse stops right in front of Nell. When Jonathan comes up to the carriage, the hawk gets on Jonathan's shoulder. Stella shouts,
Help!
From inside the carriage, the voice is heard.
Shut up.
It is Hopkins. Hopkins thrusts his saber at Stella.
You've got it all wrong. I am the only one who can save you. Unless, of course, you are a witch.
Jonathan ignores Hopkins.
Don't worry, Stella. Nell will take care of it.
Hopkins glares at Jonathan and says,
Nell? Who's that?
Jonathan points to Nell.
Nell's father is Congressman Cooper.
Hopkins speaks.
Nell, huh? I'll keep that in mind.
Hopkins smiles wryly and points his saber at Nell.
I am working on behalf of God to lift the curse on this city. I don't care who you are. God's judgment will fall on anyone who stands in my way.
Stella's mother cried out from the back of the carriage. Please, just save Stella. Hopkins glares at her mother.
Enough. Go.
Then, the carriage started to drive away. Please, just help Stella. Her mother's voice is getting quieter and quieter. Jonathan, who was left behind, said,
If she goes to trial, she will be declared a witch and burned at the stake. Nell, you are the only one who can help her.
Nell nodded, freaked out. Nell went home and told his father. After hearing Nell's story, his father Cooper said quietly but firmly,
I am certainly one of the people responsible for bringing Hopkins to our city. But I have no power to restrain him. He considers anyone who defends a suspected witch to be an agent of the devil. You are already under suspicion. All you must do is prove your innocence in court.
At that moment, Nell hears Jonathan's voice coming to get him.
Nell, let's go.
Then Cooper speaks.
Nell, forget about your friend. It's the only way you'll survive. You understand?
In the courthouse, Stella and her mother are tied up. Nell enters the courtroom and is sit. Jonathan sits beside him. From there, some voice can be heard.
I didn't know that the house was a witch too.
I heard that the dog was also a witch.
They say they use animals to spread the plague.
Hearing this, Jonathan speaks to Nell.
It's a terribly bad rumor. But don't worry, just tell the truth.
Nell replied weakly.
Yes.
Hopkins and the others enter the courtroom, and the trial begins. The judge reads out the charges.
The defendant girl was talking to a dog at the entrance to the forest of Toril. She then changed into a bat and flew to the city. Furthermore, on March 9th, at a satanic meeting.
That's one hell of a lie.
Nell has no answer. The judge said,
Nell Cooper, come to the stand.
At the time, his father coughed loudly. The silent warning made Nell so nervous. Now, Nell could not hear anything. A light appeared on the ceiling and floor lamp came out. Sonya and LaRue came out next. Finally, pen stand and mirror came out.
Hey you.
Floor lamp turns around.
No,
You must go back to Akasha.
At the time, Laru points Nell.
It's me.
Sonya points her loop at Stella and her mother, who are tied up and forced to sit on the stand. Sonya says,
That's Pamela and May, isn't it?
The judge called Nell.
Nell, who is in court as a witness. The witness Nell's father, Senator Cooper, has donated a large sum of money to the cause of eradicating witches. And
at that moment, a note is handed to the presiding judge. The judge stops deliberating when he sees the note.
One moment, please.
Then the presiding judge asks,
I understand that you were threatened by the witches to give false testimony.
The room was abuzz. Stella was so startled that she could not speak. Nell looked down and did not move. Judge asks,
Is it true? Did the defendant ask you to do this?
Nell was too nervous to hear anything. Laru felt the same way as Nell. Sonya watched as Laru held his shaking knees. The judge speaks to Nell a little louder.
How is?
Nell looks down and reflexively answers.
Yes.
A murmur echoes through the room. The judge speaks.
Quiet, quiet. The witness admitted to being threatened by the witch.
What?
Nell was startled. Several men surround the witness stand and force him out. The men were his father's servants. Laru, who was watching from the air, clutched his head and muttered,
What a terrible thing I have done.
A few hours later, Nell is sitting beside his father Cooper in the living room of their house. Cooper's men stand at the entrance.
It's time for the executions to begin.
We'll have guards to make sure he doesn't get out.
Sonya looks worried.
They're not going to let him see it, are they?
Laru goes out the window. He seems to be planning to watch the execution.
Don't go there.
Floor Lamp followed Laru. In the cobblestone square where the execution platform is set up, Stella and her mother are tied to a pillar. Jonathan's hawk is flying around threatening the gathered crowd. Jonathan shouts as he chases after the hawk. Jonathan chases after the hawk and shouts,
Stop. Come back here. What's wrong?
Floor Lamp and the others, passing the hawk, hold Laru, who is flying unsteadily. Sonya said,
Don't look at it, let's go back.
Mirror and Floor Lamp push Laru into the light. Back in Akasha, Laru is sitting on the floor, unable to move due to shock. Sonya is alone with her thoughts. Floor Lamp tells Big Rose, who is stuck to the wall, what she has seen. I see, once again you have betrayed May's wishes.
But unlike before, it wasn't a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I feel like it backfired.
Sonya, listening to this, mumbles as she walks away.
Misunderstandings, backfires.
Sonya then went to the back room. After a while, she came back with a picture over her shoulder and said,
It's time for the general to come out.
At that moment, Picture and the desk collided. The desk screams,
Ouch!
Picture, who was sleeping, wakes up.
What?
Oh, you woke up. It's been a long time.
There you come again. Which guy this time?
I'm wondering if there's any way to unravel his family's past life problem.
Oh, my. This boy.
Over the centuries, this family has gotten worse and worse. It need to examine black past life, not white.
Let's see me his mala.
Floor Lamp brings mirror and shows Laru's mala to Picture.
This is a very deep connection.
Picture closed his eyes. Then, one of the black stones in the mala begins to glow. Picture said,
Go and see this past life.
Floor Lamp touched the stone. Then, A large farm reflected in the wall of light.
What era?
Perhaps it is a past life, one before now. There must be a big hint condensed over hundreds of years here.
That's what I'd expect from you.
Sonya then pulls the big rose off the wall.
Don't rip it off the wall without permission. She is being punished now.
I think she has a close connection with this family.
Big Rose is smiling. LaRue sits holding her knees, face down. Sonya pulls LaRue's arm.
Come on, let's go.
Floor lamp stops Sonya.
Humans are not allowed to go to the black past life.
I went earlier. So why not this time too?
What I allowed was a white past life only.
Don't worry about the details.
No.
I understand.
Then, Sonya put Picture strap over LaRue's shoulder. Picture goes wild on LaRue's back.
What are you doing?
Please go instead of me.
No. I'm retired.
You're the only one who could whiten my black mala. That's why I'm asking you.
Big Rose leans forward. Sir, Picture healed you?
Yes, I was taken to my black past life by him, and a big soul wound was healed.
Big Rose exclaims in excitement. That is the legend of Sir Picture.
That was a long time ago.
Big Rose looks down into LaRue's face. You have to go. Go and break up a long bad relationship. Sonya speaks gently.
You can change. I believe in you.
I understand.
LaRue stands up weakly. Picture shouted.
Wait. I told you not to make up your own mind.
Sonya holds the picture in both hands and looks straight ahead.
Find out why this boy's feelings backfire. The real reason.
Picture pauses and asks.
The real reason?
Sonya hands LaRue the big rose. Then she takes LaRue to the wall.
Wait a minute.
Still, Sonya ignores Picture's words and pushes LaRue back.
Hey, wait.
Said Picture, who rampaged on LaRue's back, and Big Rose, who waved her hand with a smile. The three of them disappeared into the light. This is the end of episode 7. By the way, I heard that Hopkins was a real person.
That's right. He was famous as a villain who put many women on witchcraft trials. Hey, you, listen to me for a second.
What will it be this time?
I played the role of LaRue in past life, but this was the only line I had.
That's a very important line.
What are you talking about? Give me some roles.
You can't change your voice, can you? Then I'll lend you this.
What is this?
This is a voice changer duck I made. If you put it on your head, your voice will change.
I'm Zundamon.
I'm Zundamon.
I'm Zundamon. This looks like it might be useful.
Now, please move on to the new past life in episode 8.